There we go. Spawning here in the bottom right from Born Gosu. As our purple Protoss player, he is Assam. And his opponent up in the top left, our Terran in yellow form, Guns and Roaches. It is dropping bodies. And Guns and Roaches has so many logos. That's one of them. They actually commissions the artist for Carbot to make that for them. Then they have the logo that you see there and down here, which was partially made a very long time ago. I can't remember the guy's name now. Man, I can't remember who it is. Somebody who used to be in the league. He made like the Roach wireframe. And then I ended up editing it a little bit and adding the text in the background to it. But the Roach, like the main portion of it, came from another guy who was in the VTL who just made it for him. Can't remember his name though. I think it started with a K. Or maybe it's Hydro. Hydro sounds familiar. That's totally a thing. And then Born Gosu, their octopus logo is one of the best logos in the CTL, if not the best logo in the CTL. Like them and Formless Bearslots have two really awesome logos. So I always enjoy casting these teams with really cool logos, just because it's cool to see, you know, them putting this little bit of an effort, a little more of an effort into things than you would typically see. But as this game goes, not a lot shocking going on. We have a quick expansion from the Protoss player, and we see the Terran as well, throwing down his command center. Not quite in vision of this pro, but really nicely hidden over here. So he's going to know eventually, pretty soon, that that's there. And actually, Reeve's going to go ahead and scout this out and see the probe, say, hey, go away. I don't want you here. That probe will die. There's an SCV on this side of the map as well, so it's not like Dropping Bodies is losing too much by putting that first Reaper into his natural. It's still not going across the map, though. I mean, there'd be a Stalker anyway. So it wouldn't have gotten really any damage done necessarily, but it can still be annoying on that side of the map. Whoop. This is what happens when you try to take a drink of tea and observe at the same time. Factory on the way and a barracks as well, so Dropping Bodies, despite this not being a TVZ, is going for that 2-2-1 opener that is so darn popular. And honestly, why not? Because it does so much damage. Reaper actually gets in and gets another probe kill, which is nice for it. Never a bad thing to get some probe kills. We got some Widow Mines, so we're going to open with a Widow Mine drop. Maybe. Or just a push, even. Assuming this will make... I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming it's going to make a tech lab, but it's really close to the other barracks that really can't actually make anything without lifting off, which it does. Rebel facility about to finish up here for the Protoss player, so he'll be getting his tech path going, adding another gateway. Just trying to make himself nice and safe. Of course, Assam is going to be blind for a little bit during this game. He does immediately start an observer, and there's a third gate being made here by Assam as well. So he should be decently safe against what's going to come across the map, but still, Widow Mines, they could just instantly clear out a mineral line if you're not paying a decent amount of attention to it. And our good buddy Cole Terran is in the chat. He was streaming some Ladder yesterday, I think it was. And he showed us all the difficulty in dealing with Widow Mine drops, even when you know that they're there. Reaper did eventually get cleaned up. Not a big deal there. Twilight Castle on the way. First next two gates finishing up. Excuse me. Stim has started. Actually, he moved this barracks. It was over here initially. I'm not sure if he had to cancel that tech lab, or if he decided to move it and put his buildings in a little bit of a better position. But first Minovic is out. I think there's only the one. There are two in the mines. Where are they? There's one. There's two. Just staying safe from any sort of Stargate opener, but that's not going to be the thing that's happening. So pretty early medevac here. And of course the Widow Mine's early as well. But nothing seemingly going on the map just yet. Quick third Nexus here out of the Protoss player, so he has no desire to, trying to end this game early. It can be kind of dangerous, especially considering that the Terran player is going to have stim relatively quickly. And a decent amount of units that can move across the map. And there are 3 gates, but that's a really low gate count, so that can be kind of scary. Do see the drop loaded up, though. So our Protoss player is going to have to deal with that. He did have an observer over there, so he may have seen with his observer that was on the way. And he does have all these stalkers in just the perfect position ever. I mean, click on this medevac, you can see its rally. It's going directly into the stalkers. The stalker's going to have blink as well, and even saw him. He's got so many stalkers. Oh no. Poor dropping bodies. Is he going to actually see this and realize, I can't drop here, or is he going to get it killed? He's going to get it killed. That's a shame. That's a shame. So a really great start here for Assam, to say the least. The drop, it was full of Marines, and it gets nothing done. So he loses the medevac, loses all the Marines as well, which really hurts, and he doesn't know the third base is there. Dropping bodies is down 11 workers at this point. And it's not going to get much better from here. There's not a lot of production back home for the Terran player. He did start his third command center. He did get his third racks, but it is quite late. He's got double engineering base as well, so he's going to be able to get into his upgrades pretty decently over the Protoss player, but still, that opener, he definitely wanted to get some damage done and not just lose everything the way he did. We do see Storm and Charge both being researched by the Protoss player here. Pretty close to each other, actually. And we do see the two forges, but nothing actually coming from those just yet. Assam just said, hey, I've got time. We can wait. No problem. Skyrim Marine being a little bit of a jerk. Going after this pylon here. Can he get the shields? That's what I want to know. Is he going to get the shields? Oh, jeez, he's not going to get the shields? That's awful. That sucks. He's just going to stim again. Oh, I think he's going to get out. I was so excited for him to get... Oh, no! Yo, this Zealot is down to 8 shields now. This Marine's taking no guff. Like, I'm going to kill you. I don't care that I'm outnumbered here. We're in this for the long haul. Third command center is being placed down by dropping bodies. So despite that opener, he's not in a bad spot. The one big thing, looking at the workers right now, 68 workers to 51 in favor of our Protoss player. So basically, whenever Assam decides to get unsupply blocks, which he's throwing down 4 pylons at the same time right now, he's got a War Prism on the way as well. It's +1/+1. If he just chronos that out, it just decides to push across the map with +1/+1 and Storm. Maybe a couple Archons. He's going to have Charge. He's got Blink. He's got all kinds of things. Just not quite the ability to produce them just yet. Nicely placed Widowmine. I'm going to take out this poor little probe. He just wants to build a Nexus. He's going to say no. I think he's going to die. Really fast blink there from Assam in response to that. I think he knew... Oh, he had an Observer here. Yeah, he had the Observer here. He knew that was there. But his probe still took the death. Sad story. Armory on the way, Ghost Academy on the way as well for dropping bodies. So he's setting himself up really nicely for this kind of mid-game scenario. His +1/+1 has finished up. Once that armory finishes up, I'm sure he can go into +2/+2. The +1/+1 finish for our Protoss player. He's chronoing out +2/+2. All kinds of stalkers going into the main base for Assam. He uses so many gateways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more gates being added on right now to the 6 that he already has. I don't think this 4th Nexus is actually going to go down. It's just going to be a lot of units. But again, this supply block is a big deal for Assam. If he weren't supply block, yes, 33 probes. If he weren't supply block right now, he could make so many units. But as it stands, I won't make anything. 2 drops loaded up. Looks like they're going to go for different sides of the map, which is good. Always good to just do this. I mean, even if you kind of stop paying attention to them, they can get some work done. Of course, there are a lot of stalkers here in the main base already, so this drop shouldn't get anything done. The drop over at the third base might get some work done, but there's actually a couple of... Oh, what the heck? How did he see that? Did he ramp... Oh, he's got an observer over here. I hate purple on the map because you can't see it. Great snipe by Assam. Just great awareness of the minimap, just even seeing that blip of red. The War Prism does come in to the main base here, so it can get some damage done. There's a lot of supply here. Actually, the Ghost EMP the War Prism and then just snipe it down. So really good defense from both of our players thus far. Really nice to see these sorts of things. This other drop is going to finally try and get over into the main base, but again, all of the stalkers exist. All the stalkers. We've got double robo pumping up Colossus at this point. We've got Colossus range. +2/+2 is about to finish here for Protoss player. Terran is getting +2/+2 as well. His fourth base is coming up. The fourth base of our Protoss player is coming up. Just everything. Everything is happening. Drop is going to go to the main, but once again, it's just going to get killed. Oh, he does turn around this time, so really nicely. Good response there by dropping buddies. Didn't want to make the same mistake twice. He's actually going to drop here in this fourth base location. We'll get a probe, probably not much else. Might get a little bit of damage done on the Nexus, but he will scout at the Colossus though, which is kind of nice. But yeah, he's going to lose all those units real quick. Real quick. Real quick. There's only 3 ghosts, okay. There's only 3 ghosts. He's actually just made 3 more, so he's got 6 ghosts now. He has started his Viking production as well. He's pretty low in supply, but still, both these players just kind of getting to the point where they feel like they have this death ball of an army that they can just run across the map. Especially with the amount of storms that are probably available for our Protoss player. He's got 5 Templar out. They're all clumped up right here. So that can be dangerous. He's also got 4 Colossus. His +3/+3 is still a little bit ways away. Maybe he wanted to wait for that and then push off of that. But, I mean, he's maxed. He's got to do something. He's got to start trading some supply. Or else this little bit of a lead that he has in supply isn't going to translate later on in the game. So I think he realizes that. Says, okay, I'm maxed. Let's go ahead and just push across the map and see what we can do here. Let's see if there's going to be any sort of a response from the Terran player or not. It's a lot of ghosts. I think he realizes that this is probably coming this direction. He scans. He's looking for the army. He's like, "Where the heck's your army?" Surprise! It's right here, my dude. Nice EMPs on all the Zealots, but not the EMPs on the Templar that you want. But it does do quite a bit of damage. Storms coming down, actually overlapping on each other. Medevacs. There's so many Medevacs, but there's just so little to support them at this point. But actually, Assam lost quite a bit in that. Colossus are standing decently strong, but they will fall, and that's nothing but Templar left. A little bit of bio. 15 SCVs did die there, so that's nice for Assam. Both players essentially traded their entire armies. Yeah, that happens. Assam's warping up some Zealots. And he's got money for days. He's got almost 7. He's got 6k minerals. He's making 2 Colossus at a time. He's bringing all the stalkers from the main base to join the party. He's adding 6 more gateways, so he's going to have 18 gates. I don't know if that's a thing you can do, but, I mean, you've got 5k minerals. Why not take a couple more bases? But hey, 18 gates, let's do it. Let's go for it. I'd like to see some sort of a tech switch from Assam, because, I mean, he's going for these Colossus, but we have Libs on the way. Does he have the Lib range just yet? No Liberator range, so Assam can still sort of deal with this, but Liberators do pretty darn well against the Protoss player, especially if they're not ready for it. There's no Stargate. Doesn't even look like there's going to be a Stargate made in this game, considering he just made 6 more gateways. And at this point, dropping bodies is moving across the map. Looks like he wants to put some damage on to the 4th base of the Protoss player. Assam, at the same time, looks like he's going to walk across the map, maybe? Oh, he's going to try to take another base. Okay. He's going to take his 5th Nexus. Eventually, his observer will see this army, and it's kind of a question of, okay, how are you going to respond to this? And he sees the army now. He's going to try and pull back and save this command center, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. It's not a huge bioforce, to be honest, but that's a really powerful bioforce. He needs to get the storms on top of that now. He's going to lose that Nexus. If he loses no probes, he should be fine. And actually, it looks like, I feel like Assam is just on a move command for most of this. He's moving into the army without actually attacking. Drop Bodies is going to bleed basically his entire army once again, and in fact that is essentially the case. There's a good amount still back here, but he's got a ton of medevacs. He's making 5 Liberators at a time at the moment. He's not making a lot of bio. Assam already remaxed. You know, having 18 gates really works out for you. Okay, it's only 16. Sorry. It's only 16 gateways. Having 16 gateways is still pretty good. So I'm just going to try and power through. And he's got +3/+3. He's going to be shield upgrades. He's got +1 shield as well. Just waiting for things to happen, essentially. Not much of a Bioforce here, and it looks like Assam can probably just A-move, but kind of refuses to A-move. He wants to just move command into this. He's going to jump on top of this third command center and kill that off. Third will go down. Liberators joining the party, and there are so many of them, but they're not putting other zones just yet. He may be able to keep himself a little bit safe here, but that's a ton of Stalkers. He's starting to lose them. He's got 22, though. All the libs will go down. Subclass is still alive. Looking like the end of our Terran player here. He's lost 18 more SCVs. Protoss is into the natural base. He's trying to make units. He's got a lot of production back here in the main. He's got a couple bikes there about to pop out. Could have maybe snipe up a Colossus. But at this point, it's kind of all over except for the letters that we want to see coming out. Assam just refuses to turn around and kill Vikings. He's like, alright, cool, let's go ahead and just kill this base. This is fine. This is fine. Another command center falls. We're at 200 supply to 75. Dropping bodies, not quite tapping out just yet. I'm curious what he's actually looking at. I mean, he's looking at his main army. He's going to stem forward what he can. I mean, this is a ramp. I think it's a ramp, but it's 140 supply difference. Assam has 20 more supply in army alone. There we go. GG from dropping bodies. He will tap out. Born Gosu will go up 1-0 here in this best of 7 all kill. Congrats to our boy Assam.